niggas in my grill tryna phase me.
We're just beginning. Things will get better as we go on. So, hi everyone. Today, welcome to another episode. Today, we are going to be talking about shapes and structure. So, shapes and structure are two parts of the basics that are interwoven. They're pretty much the same thing. But then, shapes and structure go together with one more basics of which is perspective. So, I'm going to be teaching you shapes, structure, and perspective together. But I'll be doing it like maybe shapes, perspective. So today I'm going to be teaching you intro into shapes and structure, what shapes are, why they're important, how to look for blocky shapes in your references, all those things. So today is going to be a basic intro. I'll be introducing you to the shapes that pretty much everything in life is made up of, the basic shapes. Then we're going to go further in and talk about drawing some of these shapes in perspective. Yes, we're going to draw some of them in perspective. I'll show you how to draw them in perspective correctly, but just the basic shapes. So you guys will practice that for this week. So next week I'll give you an intro to perspective so that I can better understand how to draw these shapes and give them structure. And upper week we'll come back to structure again, shapes and structure, so that we'll learn how to manipulate shapes and all that. So the reason why I want to teach you this basic is that it's going to help you look at your reference differently. Like let's say you're a beginner artist now. I'm not too far. I don't consider myself a pro because I'm still a beginner. I learn every day. I still do studies every day. So hopefully by the time I'm done with this video, you are going to have learned a lot on structure and you'll be able to manipulate shapes. So it's not just this video, it's going to be a series. This perspective and structure is going to take a while before we finish it, hopefully, if depression doesn't kill my vibe. So let's just get started. My phone stand has broken, so we're going to have to manage. You guys are going to have to bear with me. We're going to have to manage ourselves like this. So most of the tutorials I'm going to be doing is going to be digital because I can't record myself drawing for you guys. So I hope you guys can manage. But everything, all the concept and everything that I'm going to be giving you guys is going to be applicable in your traditional way. So get your printer, paper, and your pencil ready. Let's get started. So let's get started. So basically, as an artist, your job is to be able to simplify things into basic shapes so that you can understand them better. Simplification helps you understand the base of what you are drawing so that you can build on it. So if you understand the base well enough, you can either improve it. But basic shapes are two-dimensional. They don't have any perspective. So that's why we add structure to it. We add perspective and three-dimensionality to give a sense of depth and originality. Like what the figure on the two-dimensional surface is three-dimensional. It's actually pretty amazing if you look at it. Like it's an illusion. It's not real. Basics, three-dimensional structural shapes that we're going to be dealing with that can form anything, no matter what you're drawing, can be broken down into these shapes or a modification of these shapes. There are spheres, cubes, and cylinders. These shapes can be altered in a number of ways, like spheres can be stretched or squashed, cubes can be elongated, or you can twist them. You can even taper them, and at its extreme, it will give you a pyramid. Cylinders can also be distorted. They can be twisted, they can be bent, they can be tapered, and at their extreme, they will give you a cone. So, perspective in structure. Perspective isn't, and I'll go more in depth in another video, but for this video, I'm just going to show you how to draw shapes basic shapes in perspective. So, a sphere doesn't have any planes. so it doesn't really show perspective. The only way to show its three-dimensionality is to give it tone, and to show its depth in an image is to increase or decrease the size. But when you stretch a sphere, it can help you show the top plane of a surface, and it can show what angle the plane is tilting towards. The cylinder introduces perspective because it has a top and bottom plane, an oval for the top and an oval for the bottom, and tapered lines to show the form receding into the background. The cube shows the most perspective because it has visible top, bottom, and side planes. So let's get into some drawing. Let us draw a cube in perspective. I'm going to be stealing some steps that I learned from one of Poco's videos. So let's start with a step-by-step approach. The first step is draw the most vertical line of the inside edge of the box. This helps us decide what side the box is tilting towards. Then you decide if you want to see the top or you want to see the bottom of the box. So let's go with, we're saying the bottom of the box. Then connect all the converging lines. Note, you can control how much of the top or the bottom you see by altering the angle between the top or the two lines. You can also control how much of the side plane you want to see by manipulating the length of the lines. So your assignment for this week is to practice drawing cylinders and spheres in perspective. Fill up as many pages of printer paper as possible. I hope you've gotten your printer paper. So next week we are going to be doing an intro to perspective. In that video I will show you all the terminologies relating to perspective so that you can understand the beginning, so you understand how to draw these shapes in perspective better. Then upper week we'll move to manipulation of shapes,